Hi everyone. Good to be back here. This is Saffron Media. Yes, it's always exciting to give you the best and the most trending, exciting, reliable, and authentic happenings. Remember some time ago that APC alleged the PDP that the rec that was supposed to handle the Edo election, that he knows Governor Godwin Obaseki, and all sorts of stories came up. I don't know how that story ended. We followed it up anyway, but perhaps the rec does not really want to press much charges regarding that, but I'm very sure with time he's still going to bring that up. But of course, Inec was behind the rec and said the rec can never be involved in such activities. But anyway, guys, Edo State election is just few days away, and everyone is ready and hoping that the election would, be the biggest, because everyone is anticipating that, oh, this is the biggest election so far, and everyone cannot wait for the day to come. And we also are hoping and praying that the election will be free, fair, and credible, and also very peaceful. But right here, the governorship election, INEC redeploys some guys and three commissioners to Edo. INEC also redeploys 5 recs, 3 commissioners to Edo for the election. It is getting hotter. The more people get to hear this news, everyone begins to shiver and begin to wonder that, hey, hope this election is no more than this and all of that. Anyway, guys, let us dive right into the details of this, because I'm very sure you want to know who the rec are and also who the commissioners that were sent to Edo State are. Anyway, before then, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do, and also give this video a thumbs up. Yes, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always being here. Like I always say in the beginning of my video, I cannot thank you enough. Thank you for being here. Anyway, guys, it is time to get into the do. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has redeployed 5 resident electoral commissioners (recs) and 3 national commissioners to Edo State ahead of the September 19 governorship election in the state. The 5 recs, one from each of the geopolitical zones of Nigeria, including the South-South zone, are to join the rec in Edo State, Mr. Johnson Alalibo, in conducting the election. Similarly, the 2 national commissioners who will be participating in supervising the conduct of the election will not be persons of South-South extraction. A top official of INEC who spoke to us in confidence said that the redeployments were designed to ensure that the election management body maintained a high level of neutrality and fairness in the electoral process. The official, who declined to disclose the identities of those on redeployment, said their names were being kept under wraps to safeguard them from undue pressure from desperate politicians. The political atmosphere in Edo State had become charged in recent weeks following the intense state-wide campaigns by the incumbent governor, Godwin Obaseki of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), and his main rival, Pastor Osage Izeyamo of the All Progressive Congress (APC). Both political parties and their standard-bearers in the forthcoming governorship election had traded accusation and counter-accusations about clandestine plots by their supporters to unleash violence and undermine the electoral process. The PDP had on several occasions alleged the APC was plotting not just to perpetrate violence to disrupt the polls, but to connive with INEC to manipulate the results of the election. According to our source, the commission was doing everything possible to conduct a free, fair, and credible election and had no interest in who wins but the transparency of the progress. We are prepared to conduct the elections, and we are doing everything possible to ensure that it is free and fair, but we are worried about the threats of violence, and we are not unmindful of the antics of politicians. Violence will make the election inconclusive because we will be forced to pull out our men and materials from the field if violence becomes the order of the day. Section 53 of the Electoral Act prohibits INEC from making a declaration of results in any place where there is violence. This is why we have continued to warn all parties to shun violence and allow the process to go on under a free and fair atmosphere. We are keeping our eyes on the process. We are not a political party. We have no candidates in the election. I swear by God that we don't care who wins the election. Our interest is in the integrity of the process, he said. addressing the various allegations of perceived compromise leveled against some officials of Inec, particularly the Edo State Rec, Alalibo. The Inec bigwig said that it might be a case of conspiracy theory. He disclosed that Alalibo was at one time a member of the PDP and later defected to the APC, but said these facts about party affiliation were not made known as at the time of his nomination to serve in Inec. There was no petition against his nomination. Even the posters showing his portrait as contesting as a governorship election in Bayelsa State has a lot of question marks in the poster that went viral on social media. He was purportedly campaigning on a platform of the All Progressive Congress for governorship election dated 2016, and to the best of our knowledge, there was no governorship election in Bayelsa State in 2016, he said. He advised the political parties to eschew violence and abide by the peace brokered recently between the two main contenders by the Oba of Benin, HRM Oba Iware II, at his palace in Benin City. Meanwhile, the APC and PDP yesterday traded accusation over plots to manipulate the electoral process. The opposition APC in Edo State said it has uncovered a dubious multi-pronged drive to rig Edo election by the PDP in the state. Chairman Edo State APC Media Campaign Council Mr. Joy Mayaki said the PDP want to manipulate the election process to their favor by rigging and presenting false voters. Similarly, the Director General of APC Campaign Council, Dr. Cecile Esekage, disclosed that he had reports on the governor's plan to use the state license office in Abuja as a front for illegal trade and permanent voters card. Esekage said, under the guise of assisting intending voters with transportation, the governor has released the sum of 250 million to the Edo License Office, Abuja, to induce voters living in Abuja and also buy the PVCs of those who will not be able to attend at 200,000 naira per PVC in executing his ploy. Well, guys, you can see it is getting hotter, and even Inec is ready to save their head from these guys because there's a lot of rumors, so lots of allegations regarding this. And you can also hear how Basek has also been alleged. He has also been, lied on that he wants to rig election and he bought PVCs and all of that. But all the same, like Inec said, that they are ready to, run a free, fair, and credible election, and they swear by God that it is only when the election is peaceful that they can make it conclusive. Otherwise, it will end as an inconclusive election, and I'm very sure both candidates do not want that. Anyway, guys, what is your opinion about this? What do you think about what INEC have said? Do you think they are making sense, or they've also been paid to do this? Anyway, guys, thank you for being here. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.